Hi, everybody. My name is Rita Crompton, also known as the Inventor Lady and host of Invent America. And last week we had Aaron on with us. He is an inventor, businessman, and all of those things. So we're going to have Aaron introduce himself and tell us about the product. And then I'm going to ask you a couple more questions. So Aaron, thank you so much for being with us today. And congratulations on, getting that product into the marketplace. And now the challenge is being able to sell it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Rita. My name is Aaron Farr. Some people know me as the Ant Man, and that's because of my invention, the Ant, aka the apparatus for navigating tarps, which is a padded strap that clips into the grommets of a tarp and makes it faster, safer, and easier for landscapers, farmers, roofers, homeowners, whoever. When you're working with a tarp, it makes that process of debris collection and removal that much more efficient.
Well, I know I watched your videos and they were great because you have so many different people, pulling it. And tell us a little bit about in the beginning, how did you come up with the idea? What was your aha moment?
For sure. So I grew up working for my dad's lawn service up in northern Indiana, and he had me doing all of the heavy lifting because what else are kids for, I guess. And after dragging so many heavy tarps just over and over from, it was this big cemetery during leaf season. So from the front of the property to the back to this ravine where we could dump all the leaves, I just thought there's got to be a better way. And I was tooling around in my head, and I grabbed some bootlaces out of the truck, and that was the very first iteration of the Ant. At the time, we called it the tarp tool. We didn't know. We just thought this is great. It makes our lives so much easier being commercial landscapers. So when I got to college, we started toying around with the idea of how cool would it be just to be recognized as inventors. And so we started the process of applying for a patent, and we got one and then another right afterwards. It was a long process, expensive, took several years, but luckily we did that kind of while I was in school. And then around the same time I graduated was just about the same time that I separated from the Army. So for the first time in my life, I didn't have an organization telling me what to do. And I thought, bam, we got a patent, perfect time to start a business. Let's do it. Spent most of 2021 trying to figure out, because no experience, unfortunately, I didn't study business in school. So just the school of hard knocks, trial and error, trying to figure this stuff out. Spent most of 2021 trying to figure out how to get it manufactured. Was successful there, got our first run of 200 units from two separate manufacturers, and then really tried to hit the ground running in January of 22, selling it. And that's what I spent all last year doing, saying, no longer asking if people are interested, but getting to say, okay, so you're interested. Well, here it is. Do you want to buy it? And had success there, sold several hundred in the first year. And so now I'm at a place with the business where I'm trying to figure out, how do I pour some fuel on this fire and really get things to take off?
Um, exciting. And you're one of the inventors that's really looking at being then the startup. So looking for different companies that would carry it. And, the challenge then is, a perfect reseller would be the Home Depot, but they're a consignment shop. And so it's really tough to get in there without using one of their suppliers or distributors, which is still an option. As you grow up and get bigger, you want to grow up and get bigger.
Yeah.
And, we always talk about inventions, kind of, as your baby, and you want to hang on to it. But honestly, all right, a good invention is like a child. You conceive it, you nurture it, it sucks you dry, you throw it out. And until it gets big enough that, it can be out there on its own, it's not going to earn enough to take care of you. So those are, and we say it facetiously, but there's a lot of other challenges out there that makes being aware. You make better decisions when you are aware of the challenges and being able to get it out there. But we would love to be able to help you, get that visibility and get out there. So we will post your website and your video here on all of our sites and our streaming platforms, and see if we can't convince you to go to the National Hardware Show with us.
Well, I sure do appreciate it, Rita. If I could rewind 2.5 years ago and have any idea of the challenges that I would have faced on this journey, because I think in all of our heads it's kind of, you make a product, you get it out there, and it sells or it doesn't, and if it doesn't, you figure out how to do it. But there have certainly been challenges, and entrepreneurship has its own unique set of struggles. But what I'm kind of learning is that there are multiple ways to skin the cat, per se, whether it's licensing, which I'm not completely averse to. I'll entertain any deal, and I'll think about it at the very least. Or whether it's growing my own web presence with SEO and just kind of building out the listings, or utilizing channel partners. And the point I'm at now is kind of leaning into all three a little bit and seeing what's successful, what's not, where can I bring things back in and kind of hone in and reevaluate the strategy. So there's a lot to it, and I appreciate all the help I can get.
You've got an advantage that a lot of inventors don't, is that you've been able to go to market. So you've been able to manufacture them, get them out there, start selling them. And so it gives you options. I mean, in the inventing world, options are wonderful, and everybody has options. So that's a good thing. And, like I said, we get you back on the radio. If you're ever looking at doing any advertising, we would love to have you as a sponsor on the radio. Certainly would enjoy, like I said, having you go to the hardware show with us. But in the meantime, congratulations. And, it's always wonderful that the inventors, small business is about 44% of our American economy. And so if you are manufacturing, you're participating. If you're licensing, you're still participating, because you're still going to be using people to help get things done. So it's the American inventor that makes our economy work. And no matter what else is going on out there, people need stuff. And we're getting that new product out there to someone. I've got a couple of guys that are resellers, and they place product. I will send your link on to them and CC you, so you know who I'm sending it out to. And wonderful. I am happy to help, and it's really nice to meet you.
Yeah, fantastic. So good to meet you too, Rita. And I am looking forward to the National Hardware Show. Got to make the money work, but if we can be there, we're going to, for sure.
That would be great. All right. Thank you so much. And we will talk to you soon, and we'll get you back on the air when we've got a good topic for you.
Sounds great. Thank you, Rita.